Peace. I want to have a quick build to the men and women that's over 40 that have back issues or some type of pain, discomfort that they feel, whether it's the elbow, it's the knee, it's the lower back, it's your neck, or this really goes for anybody. So I get this question periodically where I'm asked, if you have lower back pain, meaning me, they ask me, if you have lower back pain, then how are you doing these exercises that requires your lower back and you jumping and bouncing all around? But I always say that I have a lower back issues. So let me answer that. So over time, I've learned to adjust my workouts, right? So these exercises that you see that I do, whether the box squat and it's 135, 150 pounds, I absolutely can push more weight. However, I'm being conscientious of my lower back, right? So that's why you see that I don't do kettlebells, swings too often, because they do bring some discomfort. But I had to learn this over time, and I really like pushing heavy weight. Even when I do the leg press machine, if I go over 5 plates, right, it would bring like discomfort to my back. I probably can do about 7 plates, but the ROI just isn't there, right? It's going to boost my ego and it's going to help because I'm pushing heavy weight, but injuring my lower back to where I'm all broke up just isn't, smart for me, especially being 50. So not to be all over the board, I've learned how to train with my lower back being compromised. And one of the two most important things that I've learned over time is that I reduce the weight and I only do about 2 exercises, right? So if I'm doing, say, Zercher squats, right? Box squats, I'm only going to do 2 sets. And I never go to failure, because going to failure requires me to use every muscle, every bit of everything that I got, and that's going to stress my lower back out. So I make sure, though, I go about 85 to 90% to failure, because I want to make sure that I get the most bang for my buck out of the exercise. So I reduce the weight. I use the high intensity training method, right? I hit the negatives real slow. Sometimes I do the whole exercise slow so I can increase the intensity without increasing the weight, right? So that's the method that I use for everything. So my lower back is my most compromised body part. My left knee is shot, my left elbow is shot. My right shoulder is shot. I work through all of that, right? My back is the real issue. The other body parts I just named, I work through them, but I'm conscious of them, right? And I don't press the issue with it. So I guess we just chalk that up to being older. I only hit 2 exercises, right? That's it. I minimize how long I put that actual body part, and I'm saying body part like my lower back. I'm gonna minimize what type of tension, what type of load, what type of effort I put on my lower back. I'm not gonna stress it out. And I've only been doing that for like the past year. Yeah, so I've been pushing the issue and just throwing my back completely out, which is fucking crazy, right? But clearly, I love pain, and yeah, I do them. I used to do them, but man, being broken up just isn't, nah, man, there's other shit to be done opposed to just working out. And I'm still getting the return that I need by not going all the way out or lifting heavy weight, though I really be wanting to lift heavy weight. So even with the trap bar deadlifts, I can lift more than that. I can press more than that. But pulling that back, man, it's just not beneficial for me to push that hard with my lower back, knowing the outcome, right? You already know the outcome. So that's my advice. My advice is to make sure you reduce the weight, use the high intensity training method, right? Which you are slowing up the reps, the concentric, eccentric, the positive, the negative, you slowing those up, right? And you only doing 2 sets max, right? And that goes for anybody. It don't matter what age you are. If you got a pain, an ailment, a back, a knee, a shoulder, and you still trying to work through it, if the doctor say you can work through it, then, work through it. Don't take my fucking advice like it's fucking biblical or some shit. I'm telling you what I do, and this shit is anecdotal. So when people like, man, how you bouncing around and doing all that with your lower back? Man, I minimize the exercises, even when I'm doing plyometrics, right? When I'm bouncing up off the ground, those high jumps off the ground, that shit hurt my back. If I do 5 sets of 10, my shit gonna be tore up. But what I know though, I don't need to do 5 sets of 10. 2 sets of 10 is good enough, man. I don't need to press it that hard. And again, we could just chalk it up to me being 50, right? Shit, I'm 50. That's it. Reduce it, right? Reduce the reps, reduce the exercises, reduce the weight. That's my advice. That's how I do what I do. That shit look good on Instagram. That shit look good on YouTube. But I'm only doing 2 sets max, maybe even 1 set. It all depends, how many more exercises that I got to do. I may do 1 crazy ass set, and that's it. I'll move on to the next exercise. That's my advice, and that's how I do what I do with a compromised lower back. And that's the video, man. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know that you got any value from this video, and let me know, what body part that you babysitting, what ailments you have, or I can give you some advice on what exercises to do or how you should do it. Leave it in the comments. Appreciate y'all. Peace.